few years back, when I was in the third form, I noticed a stain. So she cooked us this food, and it was during lunch, so she invited us over. Hi guys, welcome back to the QB. Yeah, I believe you can see the change of environment. They say change is as good as rest. Today I'm going to give you a short preview, a short story of my life that happened a few years back. I remember I told a friend of mine about this. I promised I would go and say it one day in front of an audience, but I didn't know that I was going to say this in front of you guys. So here we go. A few years back, when I was in the third form, I came back home. It was during the holidays, and I came back home because why did I come back home? Because it was the holidays. Please, it's wrong. Okay, yeah, so I came back home, and at that time my brother was in the fourth form, and we were super excited. It was our first day at home, and my mother was also equally excited to see us, since God knows how many months back that had passed. And yeah, so she cooked us a very tantalizing, sumptuous delicacy that was consisting in chicken stew. Wow, that was top notch. So she cooked us this food, and it was during lunch, so she invited us over. She's like, guys, come have lunch. And it's the first day, I'm from school, so I'm excited. I'm having an amazing dish, and it's amazing. It smells amazing. I'm sure it was so good that even we didn't hesitate. Immediately she called us. We were there, and we delved into the food, and we were seated in the kitchen, three of us, my mom, my brother, and I. So I served my dish. I gave myself a generous serving of the chicken stew because it was amazing. It was smelling so nice. So I served myself generously, handsomely. I wouldn't eat like that anymore. Like right now, I look back, I was naive and I was young, and I was a high school kid, so I ate. And we were speaking and talking about our high school experience, what had happened in the previous months. And we were just catching up. It's the first day, and everything is going on smoothly. Then I noticed a stain on the left leg of my trouser. I was in a gray trouser, and I noticed that there was a stain that was the size of my pinky nail. Yeah, so it was that size, and it was orange because that was the color of the stew. I was super devastated because I had just showered. I remember I had just showered and I had dressed. I was just feeling so good. You're so clean, and you're like, ugh, I'm killing it. So I noticed this stain and just went and took, it was just a liquid solution that had been made. So since it was just there ready for anyone who wanted to wash, I just took it and immediately went direct into that stain. Like literally, I was super devastated and annoyed. I just wanted to get rid of it and have my trouser looking new and clean as always. So I cleaned the stain, and it left a patch that looked wet, like a circle. It was now the size of my palm. So I finished cleaning it, and it was wet, so I was like, let me get rid of this trouser so it gets dry, then I'll wear it back. So I got rid of it and hung it to dry. So I came back to the house and continued eating, and there's this voice. They call it the voice of God. I believe it is, because it spoke to me and told me, just go back and look at that cloth of yours. Are you sure? So I was like, yeah, I got rid of the stain. I didn't see it anymore. So it's okay. It's just getting dry. Then I wait. So going back, I realized that the wet patch is no longer wet. It's white. Get me right. It's not wet. It's white. From grey to white. Then it hit me that I had just bleached up my trouser. Literally, and it was the size of a kneecap. It was big, so anytime I would wear this trouser, people would see that patch. Now you'd be like, oh my god, it's just a single trouser, you can get rid of it, you have many, no need to wonder about it. But this was just 2 months old, and the 2 months that it was old are the 2 months that I was in school. I had just come back from school and I worn it like for the first time since it was bought. I was angry.